everyone, this video will be about setting embroidery colors in EmbroideryWare. So embroidery colors are the colors for the program itself. So we have control points, start points, stop points, and guides, and then we have the canvas color. So some people like to set the canvas color to something that represents their fabric or something like that. Um, this is not an uncommon color, the default. And then control points and these points, some people would like to change. Like for example, if I was going to change this to, let's say, orange, then when I draw, you'll see that the canvas changed to this color. If I was to draw a star, you would notice that the control points now are orange. And this might be important for something where you have a very black background, let's say. Let's say I have a circle here. Turn this to black. I think that's black. And fill it. When I would go ahead and edit this one, I can see it okay. But if it was set to black, you won't be able to see it. So that's kind of nice. If you want to use that feature, you can set the endpoints to different colors as needed so that you can edit some of the stuff. For me, I usually just leave them as the defaults. So to set the defaults, you can just go here and press the set to default button and it goes back to black. This one, the default is actually a paper color. I prefer white myself, so I use the white background. Now, the control points, start points, and stop points could green and red. You can change that. Guides, what are guides? Guides are something that you might set on the screen just as a visual guide. Guides get set down here, right? So we can set a guide, and you can see that there's a guide right now in the center of the screen. And I can just set this. So let's say I wanted to set a guide to, 15 or whatever in the screen. Then this would be set to 15. So you can change the color of the guides in here too. So if I didn't want the guide to be orange, I wanted it to be, let's say, olive, I would do that and it would change to olive. So now you can see it's olive. The guides are something that's just kind of, think of the guides as additional grid lines. If you wanted additional grid lines, um, it doesn't necessarily, nothing snaps to it. It's just kind of a visual aid. So if I wanted to move my circle here and like kind of approximately get it in line with that, I could. The reason I put guides in, let me explain why, is that when you're doing a lettering set, let's say, and you wanted everything to be like, I wanted to scale this, for example, so that the B is like in the center of every letter or whatever. I could do that, and now I could use this sort of as a visual guide to do my design by. All right. So the other colors that we have available to us are the ones related to section ordering. So some people, the section ordering colors, whether they have um, a preference, they could set the section order colors to what they want. So for example, they default to the set of settings like this, right? But some people might want to change them just because they want something a little less colorful or whatever. So for example, let's say we wanted to change the black to gray because it's just so dark. We could go in here to there. We could change the black. We could change it to a gray color, let's say. And now when we go to section ordering, the black is now gray, and maybe people prefer that. So you can customize these colors. So now you can see the path lines going through it maybe easier. So you might want to do that. So that's the colors and the guides.